What's good, y'all? It's Move with Motion. We back. How y'all been doing? Let us know in the comments what y'all think of the last video. What should we talk about in the next video? Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share with the homie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, what's good, y'all? We back. I'm back. They did a great job on the last 2-part video about money. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out.
Manya.
Talking real shit.
Manya.
Yeah, and tell us how much are you willing to spend on a first date?
Here y'all
Let us
go.
know.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Please let us know. Please let us know.
Me and you agreed.
In the comments.
You know, okay, because it was a 0. Okay, we ain't even going.
I ain't say 0.
I
I said 0 to 50.
In the comments.
if y'all want to know the
50.
information, go back and watch it. Just go back and watch it. Just go back and watch it. There's some,
A 50 ball out of me, twin.
as a
I'm on
viewer,
all
it
10.
was outlandish things I was hearing, but you know, whatever.
all 10 toes.
You can only expect so much out of certain people. Anyway, so today we're gonna talk about no diss on G, but we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk.
He said, I kind of strange. You shoot my way. He said, fuck
You're
me.
sheep to the.
What do you say fuck me for?
What is he fuck me for?
Hey, bro, I just saw it. How it was,
said, I
I just
woke
saw
up
it,
this
bro. That's all it was. But anyway, we talking about marriage. We're gonna talk about marriage, and this was not my idea. Actually, this was Greg's idea. So clap it up for him. Who would have thought he would have wanted to talk about
Who
this?
would've thought?
Who?
said-
Not me.
Not me.
Patient.
So you're probably wondering, why are we 5 people that aren't married talking about marriage? I don't know either, so we're gonna talk about it anyway. So my first question is, I mean, shoot, yeah. So
We got
my
no
first question
business.
for y'all is, do you have the desire to get married? Yes or no? Greg, we'll start with you because it was your idea to talk about this.
Perfect.
For sure.
Oh.
Eventually.
Would you like to expand on that?
Like, bro, like I'm gonna have a little one, like, so like I would like to be married, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna have a joint, squeeze my little woo wop out.
He said, "Lock me down a little fun shit."
Squeeze my woo up.
You know what I'm saying?
Be like, that you my woo wop.
Right.
He said, yeah.
Maybe pop out, you know what I'm saying? Do-rags on and shit. Like
In the future, she looking back like, "Babe, that was me. That was me, babe. That was me, babe."
That's what I'm saying.
So you do want to get married?
Yeah.
Okay, Troy.
Yeah, of course. I do.
Would you like to expand on that?
I mean, shit, nobody want to spend the rest of their life alone. Like, who wants to be...
I mean, you don't have to be alone.
gotta be
I mean, I
You know what I'm
don't.
saying?
You know, I'm not
You
looking
see,
for no
like-
companionship.
A time frame on it? You too.
I
We
wanna
can swing it
say-
back to you after she answered.
Time frame is crazy.
I don't know. I do want to have kids, but I'm also one of the people that don't like trip about how old I am when I have kids because I just think now we normalize being young moms. So like by the time our kids graduate, we can still be kind of young,
Right.
so we can still kick it. But I'm kicking it now. So like when I get to the age where I'm somebody's mom, I'm gonna do mom shit. Like I'm not gonna be. My end goal isn't going to be I can go back outside and do what I was doing in my 20s. It's going to be I can do retired people shit. Because now my kids are on their own. They can support themselves. Like, now I'm going to do retirement shit.
Right.
Okay. All right. That's
Joe?
a great mindset. Back to, do you have a time frame on it?
All right, bro. I'll give it like 10 to 20 business years.
I was going to say too, yeah.
business years.
I say 10 or 20 business
You know
years
what
for
I'm
your
saying?
boy too.
Now, if I trip and fall, you know what I'm saying, it might
It's,
players
gonna
fuck
happen.
up.
It's fine, yeah. Fine with
Players,
that
fuck
type.
up, man.
It wouldn't be like a, but I'm saying if I
I know
was
for
already in
sure.
the
I
mode,
don't
then I'm going to go ahead and do
So
something like
like
that type.
40s, 50s?
No.
Nah.
I'm going to be married before them.
Give me
Yeah.
30s.
Okay.
30s is,
Yeah.
20 years
I
from now,
don't
we
think I'm
definitely
playing
gonna
that
be in our
long.
50s.
You're going to be 40 and talk about something. I'm about to settle down.
Yeah,
Nigga,
that's
everybody done lived their
Yeah,
life.
bro.
Their life
Like,
is
I don't want a
already lived,
boyfriend
nigga.
at fucking 50.
Yeah, that's nasty work. Though. Not having a girlfriend at 65 years is my little. What?
Talk about getting to
no
know each
boy.
other in your
That is no
40s.
girl.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's
Yeah.
your little friend at that point.
You actually have to learn somebody's whole life after that too. Like
Right, bro.
you sit down for a date, it's like, all right, tell me about the past 20 years. It's
I
crazy.
got 18 kids. I'm like, damn.
Literally, a lot of people already have kids by then. Like,
Kids lived life
Got divorced
experiences and
16
stuff like that,
times, you know what I'm
right?
saying? They already been
16.
They've been through the ring.
I'm cracking up.
Ups, downs, had that. crazy. That's a lot.
So you want to get married, Joe?
I say I get married though, but I would only say I'm gonna get married for like the family unit for my children. Not saying like just for the children, but I'm saying to keep the family unit as a family unit.
Okay. The traditional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no upside for men.
Yeah.
Here you go.
But-
I knew that was a cat.
Go ahead. I'm trying to get through everyone's answers so we can dive deep. Y'all talking about, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Crash, now we even get it. What are we doing? While he's laughing, I'll answer. So I believe, I want to get married. I believe in marriage. I believe God intended for us to get married.
Right.
The family structure is wife leaves father, cleaves the husband, unite as one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe in because the whole family structure, like you was talking about, Joe, is God's design for man.
Right.
So I believe everyone should have the desire to get married at least a little bit. But we strayed away from that. We'll talk about that too. Please.
But
Marriage, yes or no?
Long answer short, yes, I do want to get married. If I had to put a time frame on it, probably like any time in the next 5 to 15 years. I'm like 24
He said
now.
5, y'all.
Yeah,
Well, because we said 30s, right? So
Brandon little fun shit out there. I know you watching.
She's like, 5 years?
She said that's me, man.
all right.
She gonna be in the comments talking about first.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
That's
But
great.
if I had to put like 5 to 15.
I agree with that time frame. Well, I think, but I'm shifting more towards what Troi said about. I feel like it shouldn't really matter because it's like it just depends on if you're both ready to actually unite as one together. Because there's always circumstances that can kind of shift things to where we love each other type, but like we probably aren't ready to get married yet.
Right.
It's a lot that goes into it.
My thing I really wanted in that time frame was because of the kids part, like how Josiah was saying. Like, there's like a clock on that for real. So, like I said, I don't gotta be.
I think a dude can like.
But I'm not trying to be 40 with a newborn. You got me crazy.
70-year-old unks be pounding out whole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's my newborn. Huh?
They do. But that count get low. The older you get, the same for women. Like the sperm count for men gets lower, and then the
eggs.
The ability to produce the eggs, like have a regular cycle, starts to diminish the older woman.
Because I ain't trying to be like 45 with the newborn. I want to be actually like do some things with my kids.
I'll be out here playing.
I mean, like I'll probably make sure like my body's like kept up for it. I'm not gonna let my body just go like couch potatoes.
I feel like
let yourself go.
That's the harder part about being an older parent is like your metabolism isn't as good. So like even if you are in good shape, it might not be able to be in good condition as you get older.
You definitely got to work.
Your kid want to. Hey, Dad, can we play? Throw the football. You already winning, bro. It's been 5 minutes yet, bro.
People
can't play with nobody else, bro.
Early.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
I wouldn't say it'd be early though. I feel like that's like around the right time you should be having kids. Maybe like 20. I'm not gonna say like 21, but I'm gonna say like 22 to like 27.
Late 20s, going into your 30s.
Yeah, okay. So like
by the time they had
25,
stage.
32.
Yeah.
That's a better like timing.
Yeah. That's why I said 5 as my lower end because my parents got married like kind of early and had kids early too.
Indeed.
I would say mine got married at 23. They married back-to-back years. They married for the first time just themselves at 23, then had a big wedding at 24, and then I only got... Because, I was a honeymoon baby.
As was I.
They did it right.
Because I figured out one day, because I went through biology class at this point. I was like, we went in our honeymoon in January, and then I did I was like, damn. I was like, because my birthday in October, so I was like, damn, you niggas. I was like, damn.
Same thing. Bro, I found that a lot of people actually are, though. Like, me and Morgan are. Like, our birthdays are back-to-back.
Okay.
Back-to-back. So they were like, 1 year, all right. Second year, all right, let's do it again. Back-to-back. Bro, that's crazy work.
Did that thing we did last year?
So wait.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
So you're a honeymoon baby too? Huh? You're a honeymoon baby?
Yeah, bro. Their anniversary's in July.
Oh, yeah.
So do the math, brother. Yep.
Yeah, they say that.
Back to back time. That's disgusting.
They say honeymoon. They say honeymoon and Valentine's Day are like the two biggest culprits.
Oh my god, that's insane, bro.
It's true.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
So you trying to do that thing again?
that little thing I like last year. Yeah, that little thing I like.
That's disgusting, bro.
Oh, that's foul.
That is. Like, you're trying to imagine that, bro. Like, but what was I gonna say?
And when y'all's kids grow up, you gonna be like, how you think you got here?
I'm not gonna
How
lie.
you think you got here?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, hey, calm that down.
How you think you out here, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You came out my nut sack. Nigga. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead. But I have another question for y'all.
Bro.
So, what did y'all think marriage was gonna be like as a child? Like, did you guys see like a lot of good examples of marriage, bad examples of marriage, and if so, like, what did you think it would be like, whether it be for you or just in general? Because when I was younger, I was like, I always thought, okay, it's two people, you know, supposedly in love, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's ups, there's downs, and the best example I have was my parents, because my parents are still together to this day, and they had their differences, but overall, at the end of the day, they found ways to like make stuff work. So I always thought, okay, marriage does not look easy at all. It's not just this cupcake phase. It's just like, oh, we doing all this stuff, taking care of your family, your kids, and your responsibilities, and coming together to fix stuff if it's broke, whatever.
Right.
So what do y'all think about, what did y'all think marriage was like, and is it different than what you view it as now?
I'll go first on that one. Like you, my best example was my parents too. So I just knew. So I always interpreted it as like it's you and your partner just facing like life together in a sense, and just making sure. And like when kids get involved, you try to block.
Charging up. Look at that.
I wasn't.
Just block it out. Just blocking out things for your like the bad start for your little kid as they're starting out. To just make sure they don't see the evils of the world just too soon. So that's probably my example of it. It shows like you just got a lifelong fighting partner by your side. So.
Tight. That's right. Anyone can go.
Well, shit. My parents, you feel me, been together. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Just like them. So it was just my parents for real. But now, bro, marriage seems a little strange. Like, I don't know. People seem to get married for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we'll dive on that.
Yeah.
We'll dive on that a little later.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Troy. If you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would say I had some good examples of marriages growing up. When I was a kid, I always thought of it as the happy times. Honestly, I never really seen a bad marriage growing up because when I was a kid, my dad and my stepmom got married. So seeing them, it made me realize where one partner is picking up the slack, where the other partner, you know, isn't lacking, but, you know, when one can't do, the other one's gonna step up. Like, and that's what my stepmom was, and I learned to respect her for that because thinking about it, for me, my dad has 6 kids, and at the time it was just 3 of us. So my stepmom still married my dad, and he had 3 baby moms. So I'm like,
That's hard, though.
damn, like she ready to do that?
It went stupid. Hey,
She loves that
It
man.
shows you the different dynamics that we have as male, female. Because guys, you'd be like, hell no.
Yeah,
Women,
fuck
they'd be
no,
like,
yeah.
of course.
Right.
And she's still together.
Yeah.
Like, they're still together to this day. I literally just was talking to him before we got in here.
That's
So,
wonderful, man.
yeah, it was, I think it's supposed to be picking up where you can notice and your partner don't even have to say nothing. It's just, you can tell they fucked up financially, mentally, physically, whatever, like, and being able to, babe, I got you, with no words. Like, all that happens with no words. That's a marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe?
I've seen marriages from like my grandparents and people at the church, stuff like that. But it's never really like hands-on where you see it everyday type. Because my mom wasn't married until like later on in my life. But like Troi said, my dad had a lot of kids too. But it wasn't anything like, I didn't necessarily view it like as important as a kid because it's not like something I had around. But my grandparents was married since my mom was born, so it's not like I didn't see it or the significance of it later on. But at first it was just like, that's just something people did. Right. Especially because you're not going to hella marriages. I didn't go to hella marriages when I was growing up, so it's nothing like you view as a necessity or something like we did back in the times where it was traditional and stuff like that. Now more so people are getting married for the wrong reasons and just the title and stuff like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So transition to kind of what Greg touched on a little bit. You mentioned marriages being strange now, but so then, G, you can start with this. Mm-hmm. What do you think? And I'm asking this to all y'all, but G started. What do you think is what makes marriages difficult now? Like, what do you think it is about people getting married now that like makes it to where, divorce rates over 50% now? Mm. What do you think is like the driving force behind that?
I think it's because...
Or one of the things.
I think people are just like worried about them getting finessed. Or so it's like both parties have their walls up. It's like they keep building the wall up. Like it's I don't know. It's like
insecurity.
That too. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. People, you don't want to get finessed out here, so I understand. Right. But like, it got to get to a point like not everybody's gonna move like that. You feel me? You got to like grow up and be like, okay, cool.
It goes back to that who hurt you type.
Right.
Everybody just walking around hurt.
Right, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think it is for real. I just think people don't want to get over on.
Yeah,
get taken advantage of.
Right, taking advantage. That's why I was. Yep.
By any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? People think taking advantage of always mean money. Mm-hmm. Like it's not always about the money. Like you could be rocking with somebody and you think shit's smooth, and then out of nowhere I've always felt like X, Y, and Z, and you be like, damn, when you start feeling like that,
right?
Or just
all these new feelings. What the fuck is these?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we don't know, or I don't know a lot of people that are our age that are married. So, and I haven't seen anybody our age get divorced either. You know what I mean? Like, we see a lot of older people get divorced, but I think they come from a time where divorce was something that's taboo. Like, for the longest time, like, if you were married and you got divorced, especially as a woman, they immediately banished. Looking at you like, bitch, how you lose your husband? You know what I mean? Like, because for the longest time, that was your purpose is find you a man, get married, have his kids, take care of his house. And when,
it's y'all's house.
Right.
Exactly, but at that time, it was, you know what I mean? Your husband is doing everything for you. What are you upset for?
This is Myles, girl.
He fucking
cook, you know what I'm saying? Cook, clean, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little sandwich.
Do your womanly duties. Shut up. So, like, once women started getting out of that is when it started to get kind of gray. And I was just thinking about this shit today. Like, I think we are the generation of kids who didn't see marriage. Like, our parents were the ones that saw the divorces. And then the parents for them were the ones that saw, like, troubled marriages, but they stayed together through no matter what. Which was, like, not good either. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have people who are going through things behind closed doors, or what happens in the family stays in the family, what happens in the house stays in the house as relationships with people. So they really weren't able to escape, essentially. They just was stuck in these shitty ass marriages. Like, you see that one old couple that's always arguing, but like that's just what they do, and like they're just used to it now, so it looks funny. We can laugh at it, but shit, it probably was one point in time he was probably whooping her ass, or she was whooping his ass. Like,
or they really just don't like each other, or they really just don't like each other. In the middle
of the street, like we don't know. We don't know, so I don't know. I really can't give you no answer on that, honestly, because I don't know.
They was doing that too back in the day. Like, remember like the Tina Turner movie?
Oh shit!
Ike Turner said
he got out. He got out, smacked her with the side. Bro, I was like, what is going on?
That shit is insane. They was going crazy.
Bro. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know why people
insanity. I forgot what we was even talking about.
I think it's because you got a lot of distractions. A lot of distractions with like the phone. I say
social media.
Social media, the phone, a lot of distractions, a lot of options, a lot of short attention spans.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in it for long, if you can't pay attention for long, you got no substance in whatever it is that you're putting forth your attention to. You're not gonna want it no more after you've had it for a while. It's nothing to build on. Nobody sees building a real relationship as what to do anymore because it's like, on to the next one, and this could be a new one, and I can have another one, and why have one, bitch, when I can have five? Why have five, bitch, when I can have nine? Like, right? I have my bitch, you can have mine. But I think that's what it is. I think it's just too much. It's too much going on. Nobody can focus on what they have, and nobody can be content with what's in front of them.
Too many influences.
Yeah.
There's a lot of influences.
Brendan? Oh,
Social media is huge.
facts. Facts. I'm gonna follow up with you when you finish.
I was gonna say you can keep going. If you want.
Oh, that's all I gotta say.
No, I was gonna say, I'll say, social media. People are having their walls up, and the third one is, people don't, because things are getting like harder and harder to like own stuff that you want and stuff. So people are more independent now. So they kind of like, if you get to that sweet spot where you want to get married with somebody, you probably gonna have to deal with struggling with one another at first, and I don't think people are wanting to do that as much
absolutely.
as people in the past. Because that's one thing old heads like to get on. So you're like, man, you never had to struggle for. And I'm like, bro, some of that stuff.
Man, I had to walk through 8 feet of snow back in the day when y'all saw.
And I'm like, and you know what's crazy, bro? Old people love saying that, but they bought their house for 20 cents.
I ain't hear
none
shot
of
20
that.
times and I still went to school. All right.
Man, I bought my house for $20. Like,
He said, 50 Cent made that song about me. It was Mini Man on me.
You got people that are like that. It's like, so are you gonna be mad at me or your parent for making you go to school? Like, sounds like you're mad at the wrong person. But
Yeah.
I think those are like the main three. It's like people want to kind of just like marry like after they have it all and done what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to they don't want to sacrifice as much anymore.
That's a good point.
Social media for sure. They definitely like change what marriage is because now
Yeah.
Me and
It's more
Myles-
trivial.
Me and Myles have a friend that I'm gonna say they. My bad. They used to call marriage. They used to see marriage as a business type of thing, and we me and him, we feel the same way about marriage. We always know like that's not what it's about. That's just what people on social media has turned it into be in a sense. And if you kind of fall into that lane, you're never gonna see marriage for what it truly can be. But yet people don't want to change out of that mindset for some reason. And then like Greg, I think I fall into that. It's like my walls are up. Like
Yeah, for sure.
like for sure. Like it takes a lot. Like for me to get to know somebody on that deep of a level. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like, unless you just like that as a person, then I'm not gonna have my walls up. If I feel the vibe from you is good, then we're gonna connect easy. But if you like 50-50 and the stuff, it's gonna take me a long time.
So what you said about the marriage being a business, I kind of see it from that side because it's like, if you think about building a business with your friend, you guys are gonna have to stay in good relations. You guys are gonna have good conversation. You guys gotta speak well to each other and not put each other down. You guys are gonna have ups and downs in that business partnership to make that business grow. The business, meaning i.e. your relationship. You and your partner are the two founders of this business. Your relationship, beneficiaries of the relationship. So you guys are both gonna have to put in 100% to make sure this business relationship works.
It's successful.
Successful.
But at the same time, Pete at the stuff that you went to.
Thank the Lord for friends.
I was like, but Pete, the stuff you went to towards, you went towards all the good thing about how the business runs. You said making sure that you guys are on one another, you guys both know your roles, and being big beneficiaries at the time of making it prosper. The people I'm talking about that see it that way, they see it as like the business of they're always gonna look to finesse you at the end of the day. That's what they think like when they think marriage is a business. You pointed out all the right things on how if that's your mindset, you point out all the right things. They're gonna point out all the bad things like, oh, so if I'm making this much, this dude can just come and take half one day.
My ROI is where it needs to be. My return on investment is where it needs to be. I gotta cut you.
We're not sugarcoating it either. Like we definitely understand that it's not gonna be easy. Like that's the end of the day. A lot of people don't be ready to accept that it's not always going to be easy and you're not always going to be happy. A motherfucker will piss you off. Like the more you stay around them, like That's just normal. Like you ever.
That's fucking life. That is life.
Your
It's not
siblings
always
get on your
happy every day. Right.
Because I feel like that's the good and bad thing in our generation. The good thing about us is we try to make things more efficient and easier for everybody. But at the same time, it's like at the result of that, we kind of like lose the tolerance of like being able to know how to deal with the hard things too, because we're always trying to make things easier on ourselves.
Yeah, because social media can see the good side all the time, and they don't see the ups and downs, and we fought, or we had a misunderstanding, and we couldn't get over it, or we had to sit down and talk to each other like adults and come to a mutual agreement and understanding to work over this problem and stuff like that. They don't see that, and if it's not green all the time, it's like, this is not how marriage is supposed to be, and I could do better without you, and I can go get another one right now. So why keep you around? People always feel like they could do better. Go ahead
And I feel like part of that is it wasn't really like kind of like what Greg and Brendan and all of y'all said. What I think about it is, and the reason why it usually doesn't work, and what you need to make it work, is not built on a foundation of anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I mentioned earlier, like a true marriage is built like the way God intended. Woman leaves her father, and I mean, there's a lot of nuances with that, but cleaves to the man and they unite as one. Not saying they all have to do everything the same, but it's built on a foundation of trust and love and faith. Everything that God provides us, you should be providing to your partner.
Right.
And I feel like when it's not built on that and it's built on the superficial, like whether it be like good looks or money, the transactional relationship or whatever, it won't work, because the minute that isn't what you thought it was at the beginning is when you start to flee away from what it's supposed to be in terms of like the union of what it is.
Right.
So like when that happens, because of the social media, like the insecurities and like the expectations and the privileges that you think are supposed to come with it all the time, when that stops, then you're like, I don't know if I love you. I want a divorce. I can do all this on my own.
Right.
Da. And it's like, that's not what true love is, for one, but that's also not what a marriage is supposed to entail. Right. So to me, there's a lot of different factors, but
follow your heart.
Follow your heart, but also don't be dumb and follow it blindly. Because I think part of the reason marriages fail too is because a lot of people don't even know what love is to even get married in the first place.
Because it's on the looks part.
I think people like, you can't get a bond with like everybody, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a certain bond you can establish with a certain person.
Yeah.
And you won't get that with somebody else, bro. Like, so like you can't find something better. You know what I'm saying? Because the person that you really fucking with for real was really fucking with you. Y'all was really rocking like that. You know what I'm saying? And you think, oh shit, what is that right there? Whole time you done fucked up. Yeah, you cooked.
It's a deeper connection.
Right.
Like I'll be telling people, like when I sit there and talk down, like when I sit there and have a one-on-one and we actually sit there and get to the nitty-gritty about
the meat
different
and
people and stuff like that. Yeah. It be about, it's like certain people come into your life for different reasons. A blessing or a lesson. And if you don't act fast on it, you're going to miss what the Lord has for you. The Lord is sending that person your way on purpose, and you feel it. It's not just like, because people come and go, you'll be like, hi, bye, da-da-da-da. But when people touch you, you feel it in your body. You feel it in your soul, and it's like, hold on, wait. There's something about you, but I just can't.
That discernment. Discernment.
There's something about you that I feel like it's drawing me towards you. And it's not like sexual or romantic every time.
Right.
But they're there for a reason. This is a lesson that God's throwing at you. And if you don't click play or if you don't click play side quest, you're going to miss out on something that you need to learn.
Right.
Either need to learn.
Making the same mistake.
Or implement,
And some people, they probably know what you're talking about and just ain't ready to acknowledge it because it just sounds like some bullshit or some phony ass shit. Like when you feel that shit and you literally know what he's talking about, like it's not easy to ignore. It's like it sits with you, it resonates with you.
You think about it, you think about that person, you think about that time, you're like, damn, why did that mean so much to me? Why did that shit, why am I sitting here thinking about it like that? Crazy. Listen. Go ahead.
No, I can't remember what I was gonna say. You was saying you said something. You said discern. And I think that is another thing that a lot of people lack, which is why they get caught up in a lot of bad situations, including a bad marriage. Like, for example, I have numerous friends men, women that are just stupid. When it comes to choosing,
Nobody in this room though.
when it comes to choosing, when it comes to, and I say that just not to be mean, but to be 100% honest. Because if
I was gonna say, I have friends watching this and we're like, the fuck you just say?
well, you know who you are. You know who you are because if you lack discernment to make a good choice,
shots.
if you
Hey, but if you feeling like that, if that motherfucker, that shoe fit, lace that bitch up.
Nah, for real.
if you lack discernment and you make a bad choice, but you have, and this is why friends and family are and other people in your life are important. Like they can steer you away from that. Like for example, if they can see things that you can't because they're emotionally blinded, and that can be when you're together about to get married to this person. You could be like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I feel like in my heart as a friend to tell you, this person moves like this. This person moves like that. He'll tell you, she'll tell you. They all see it. You don't because you. I don't know. No, you get married. This nigga starts doing what this woman starts doing whatever, and now you stuck. I never knew what the hell.
Prime example.
That's what I'm saying.
After lockup
like
shit, motherfuckers be on that love after lockup shit, acting just like that. They friends be there the whole time.
Tell
like,
them it's a bad idea.
What if they do this? What if they do that? I don't know, girl. Should you go and get that man from jail?
Never be me.
Would you go get that man from jail?
Should you?
It's crazy.
What about that granny that got killed by her jail husband at a conjugal visit? Like,
No,
yeah.
mama.
She like 60 something, bro. She went there. The nigga killed her.
At jail?
Yeah. So like, first of all, she during the conjugal visit. During the conjugal visit, he strangled her, bro.
Wait, what? At the conjugal visit?
The conjugal
Tattletale strangler style.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, I hope they're not dirty.
I hope they're not dirty.
A tattletale strangler,
Bro, no, literally.
But no,
That's some
but
bullshit.
Still though,
No, that's crazy.
what
R.I.P. to that granny.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
okay, yeah.
Granny,
So
like-
that RP to Granny.
For
but
sure. No, most
moving on though. So, what are y'all non-negotiables for a partner for marriage? Not to date, but for marriage.
Woo, there's a lot of stuff you can say no to.
An evil ass mother-in-law. I'm not dealing with that. If you one of them mother-in-laws that's just my son, like you can't do nothing without your son. You got to handle your son's finances. Hell no. I'm not doing that shit. If you're obsessed with your son,
Jaden
mama's
Daniels'
boy.
mom.
yeah,
You don't
like,
want a Jaden
nah.
Daniels mom.
That's a non-negotiable as fuck.
Jaden Daniels?
You
Y'all
coming
not
over
seen
every
that?
day?
Bro, his mom was seen like talking to Juju Watkins and like they're like watching a game together.
No.
His mom gonna come out of nowhere and sit right in between them, talk about
Absolutely
some
not.
no. I was like,
Absolutely
dog.
not. As a woman,
And she
you
and
will
the thing
not.
is, and the
But
thing
was
is,
that
she
not what Myles was just talking about? Some other people can see stuff that you can't see because you blinded by them cheeks, them yams.
but they're not even together.
Them
though.
yams
They weren't even
a little
together.
too good on that
They're
plate.
not even
bro.
So the
Looking a little
context-
too
so the
good. I
context-
see a little
You know what I'm saying?
taste.
So the context of what he's saying is like this dude is an NFL quarterback. He just got in the league last year, so he's making a lot of new money. You know what I'm saying? His mom comes into play because she's his manager, right?
Yeah.
And she manages all
Exactly
of his bread.
what
She's
Troi-
managing him,
Yeah.
and now I think she oversteps, but I understand the intent. Like she
Right.
doesn't want to get him distracted by all these women that may or may not really have his best interest.
Right.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, he a grown man and he needs to learn. Like he can't be going on dates with good because the woman in question,
Because
USC,
Juju
Watkins
also has her
yeah.
own bread too. Is
She
one
has
of
her
the
own
main-
bread. She's doing her own thing. They
One of
were
the
sitting
main-
there talking. They wasn't like flirting or nothing. He was sitting here. She was sitting there. It was chopping up. Mom came in the middle.
Making some business.
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
some money, bro.
Yeah, but that's the
Doing
thing,
the
like,
flag.
but that's what I'm saying, like, so you said, like, you know, mama interrupting, you know what I'm saying, doing too much. I would add to that, like, family that disrespects.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not open for discussion. I'm not dealing with it. Like, I don't like how, because I feel like on the male perspective, I've talked to both of y'all about this, because I've had it happen to me before. But I don't like when, like,
Talk about like that overprotective.
the overprotective men,
brother,
like
father.
you're not gonna try and question me as a man, and all for the sake of your daughter, and try and make it seem like I may or may not be a good fit for. We're not
Right.
doing that because, and you can ask me questions like you can be inquisitive about who I am as a man, but you ain't gonna beat. Hey, what up, little nigga? So can you fight? Man, you can't fight, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
He's
Like
not
that
supposed to
rubs
trust
me
my
the wrong
daughter
way
with
because
you.
it's like that tells me like you must be insecure or something because this is like. Why are you so insecure about like yourself to think that I couldn't handle like your daughter. You know what I'm saying? You're weird. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dads do that. Sometimes they be doing it just to like front in the beginning, and then they get cool later. Right. But sometimes like they just be being weird. Like,
sit your dumb ass down, dude. You ain't finna slap nobody up, man.
Right?
Old ass nigga. Like,
I
don't think your dad would do that, but like. But because like my dad, he jokingly would say that about Morgan. Like he'd be like, "Oh, the first niggas you ever bring, I'm gonna shoot him, bro." I'm like, "No, you're not." But y'all know my dad. He's like the sweetest dude on the planet. He's the sweetest dude on the planet. Now he'll get down to me, but like, but he ain't young man, Mr. Bailey. He ain't go, bro. Morgan about to do home. Hey, how you doing, son? You know what I'm saying? Cool, and that's cool. Like he ain't have to do all that. He just knows like obviously something like. You would know as a man, like, okay, what if this was like my sister?
Right.
So in the back of my head, I can understand that. Like, okay, they just being protective, but you ain't gonna disrespect me though. That's not if your family's tripping. If your family's tripping, your friends are tripping, like leading you astray and whatever, being bad influences, bad company. Right, Joe?
That's
like,
what I was gonna
you know
say.
what I'm saying? Like, can't do it. Not going for it.
He said family. I was gonna say friends. If your friends not shit, I'm not going. I'm not
gonna lie.
Hey,
Fuck
no,
the
that's-
friends.
Hell
I don't
no.
give a fuck about the
No,
friends.
bro, I
Hell
can't.
no.
Well,
Unless
it depends
now,
on how
if she's
The
listening
friends
to
will
him, though.
kill
Yeah,
your
no, that's what I mean.
relationship.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I
Now,
mean.
if she's
That's what I
listening to him, I
They
can't
will
fuck with it.
kill your relationship, brother.
Because the friends
Kill
he's
it.
talking about, you know she's listening.
They will
to.
kill it.
They will kill the relationship
dead.
before
Yeah,
it
for sure.
even
Kill
starts.
it, and then
They're trying to
afterwards,
get at you. Yeah.
try to fuck with you afterwards.
Or
They
even-
will kill your relationship dead, and then try to fuck with your nigga
Afterwards.
Dead?
Yeah.
dead.
They'll kill
They
it
done killed
dead.
it. You 8 feet under, not
No,
6.
no
8 feet
more
under.
breathing.
They
No
went out there
goals.
with that golden shovel we talked about last video, nigga. Kill it dead. Dead. And then be like, you actually a good guy. I don't know
why she broke up.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why
Crazy
either.
work.
I don't know why either anyway. What you doing
Crazy
later?
work.
You gonna be looking at you know she told me the shit you was talking about, right?
Never. I'm saying like, not they tried to get with your friends, but your friends don't talk bad about your nigga.
No.
They don't have nothing ever good to say.
I swear, like, I couldn't fuck with somebody like that. Because, for one, I'm not even the type of person to complain
Tight.
unless
That's
it gets to
cool.
that
Okay.
point where I need to. Like, I gotta be with somebody for a grip before you hear me griping and complaining about a nigga.
I feel like once you
got
start
some
complaining to the
mad-ass
friends,
friends.
though, once you
But-
start complaining to the friends, it's over with. The relationship is
But
cool.
at the
Yeah,
same,
done.
but at the
Cooked,
same
Cooked.
time,
Because now at that point, I'm questioning my sanity. Because I need a second opinion. And I'm going to get that second opinion from somebody I
but
trust.
no, but
Exactly. What did I just
But-
talk about, brother?
but-
Kill it dead. They're gonna kill it dead because her ass been single.
but let's
Go
be
ahead.
real though, like
What the fuck?
us, we've had guy friends though that we be trying to tell the same thing about their girl. They're like, bro, like, this is the one you want to be with, dog. So like, when is
This
it? When is it? When is it?
No. I feel like
because
Ashley,
both
I agree.
happens. Both happens,
Continue.
right? So where's the line? Where's the line? Is where it's hating, or it's like somebody's actually trying to like, bro.
Let you know.
Okay, Brandon,
Let
but
you
wait,
know.
I can answer you. So I feel like for a marriage, it's not gonna be little trivial. Oh, girl, I don't like the way he don't spend money on you, or it's not gonna be trivial
Right.
things.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, to your point, Troi, I hear what you're saying. Like, I feel like the non-negotiables are always things that they can't like disrupt your morality with the person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They can't disrupt like what you want to build with them.
Right.
So like, if you respect yourself, you're not going to take disrespect from her or her family. That's a non-negotiable thing. Like, it's not open for discussion. It's not going to be hee hee ha. No. It's going to be, I'm not doing it. I'm not going for it.
No
You know what I'm saying? And
disrespect.
I feel like, and again, Josiah, to your point, like, you should, and we've talked about this too, like, you should not be having all these quote unquote second opinions from your friends only because they're gonna pick your side more often than not, to be honest. And they don't even do that on purpose a lot of times. They want to be as unbiased as possible. But at the end of the day,
As men, we
some people,
understand
I try to
it.
be
As men, we
unbiased.
understand it.
no,
I really
I
do.
get that, but I'm saying sometimes it's not always going to be that, especially because when people are conveying problems to their friends about their partner, they don't say the whole story. They say their side,
Yep.
and then it can look like, oh, well, maybe I am more right than him, but you're not saying the whole thing for a whole opinion.
How many
You know
times
what
your
I'm
friends
saying?
been like, "Girl, hell no, you fucked up."
I said, fuck no, that nigga.
Actually, for one, do y'all nobody have any female friends outside of Angela? Let's just start there.
You said yours?
Wrong answer.
Wait, you talking about? Wait, what you say? Wait, what was the
I
question?
don't have a lot of female friends outside of Angela, but I will talk to my sisters.
Oh no, you said your female friends.
I thought you asked if you had any female friends.
And my sisters will call me on my bullshit because they'll look at me like,
they were right down.
you're tripping.
They were right down.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, when
But
I tell
Angela
my
be like,
they call me on my
she's like,
bullshit.
fuck no, Troi, you're wrong as hell.
They call me on my bullshit.
But yeah, that's siblings though.
They
I feel like you
do.
can
Like,
do
and
that.
them the only people I
and
be
that's
talking
why we
to,
hang out.
though.
That's why.
That is true.
And they don't
And that's why you're in the friend group, because you have the same understanding as we do.
Yeah.
They don't have that understanding. Out on the street, they be like, hell no, girl, you right as fuck.
Yeah.
That nigga wrong as hell. Why would he want to keep his girl in the house? If she
Hey.
want to be out naked, let her be out naked.
Oh. Another non-negotiable, bro.
Oh.
You cannot be doing too much
There's been
for other
shit.
people.
Yeah, type shit.
Whether you
People pleasing.
whether you acknowledge it or not,
shit.
you can't be out here wearing barely any clothes and stuff, bro. Like I'm not the type of person that even really. I'm not controlling by any
Exactly.
means, but I feel like if you respect yourself in our relationship, you ain't going to be walking around in anything, bro. And I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm controlling my girl, bro. You can't do that.
And there are some
babe.
niggas that's cool with that.
And there's
There are
some
some
dudes-
niggas that's
you're
cool with
not
that.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you're not gonna be naked.
You're crazy. You're not
You're
my
not-
girl.
Like
Man,
Kanye,
Kanye.
if you
Kanye's
right,
shit,
no,
she had plastic
Kanye,
wrap
you
on.
look-
She had plastic wrap on.
right.
Love.
That's a
I don't
non-negotiable.
No, Kanye was posted. He
Put your titties out.
just standing there straight while she over there got plastic.
But
that- but that-
that's my
that's
friend. That's my friend Amelia. All right. Yeah, she just wanted to come along, tag along tonight. That's it.
I thought you did you
Some
tell your
niggas
girl?
don't
No, that's
care.
my
She got me from the Make a
Facts.
Wish
Right.
I'm dead. But so yeah, basically what we're saying is there's a lot of non-negotiable for marriage that we think. But moving on to the next
I
little
was gonna
thing.
say, did everyone say that?
Everyone said a lot of everything.
I didn't say no. Look, shit.
Hey, bro. Nigga, hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Whoever has
No, we
said
didn't
it.
have
I was gonna
anything
say mine on a like what mine's
Yeah.
in pick. I can't if you're someone that tees up at everything, I can't do it.
Oh yeah, super reactive.
Super
No.
reactive.
What if they get your order wrong and you said chicken
said,
and they bring you
no.
steak?
I like that.
They forgot
like
your
that.
lettuce.
No,
No, turn the car
I like
around.
that.
Turn the car around. You halfway home.
Right,
She look in the bag.
You in the driveway. Turn around. We got to get back.
He doesn't like tomatoes. He doesn't like tomatoes. Why are there
I
tomatoes
told
on
you
my
no
nigga
tomatoes.
It was that one right there.
If it's
heard
on some
him?
cute shit like that,
Yeah.
okay,
heard
cool.
him?
But I'm
The
talking
fuck?
about like if we're actually getting into like if it's something about something little and then you automatically go up here, I'm not
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you
Take
go to
a
like
2
500.
situation to a 10.
Gotta be
Like,
emotionally
That's
intelligent.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
not
be
doing
a
that.
non-negotiable. Because I feel like
that's a better
we're
word.
at an
Yeah.
age where I'm not doing no. What's wrong? Nothing.
That shit.
Dumb,
Oh my god.
dumb as fuck.
That
The
shit
dumbest shit,
pisses
bro.
me off.
You know what I'm saying, Troi? Come on now. You know what I'm saying, though?
Oh, for sure.
Go back to playing the
Because
game.
like that's the thing, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm at a point. My girl don't do this, but I'm just saying, like in general, I've been in instances where I'm trying to genuinely. It's not like on some. Man, what's wrong with you, girl? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm trying to really know because
Right.
I'm trying to make sure you ain't tripping about nothing.
I'm cool.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Cool.
Like stop it. Like yeah, right. I'm fine.
Okay, bet.
Whatever, nigga.
If
I'm like, all right, bet.
Unpause.
Right.
If you really, if
my-
you really,
my fault.
if you
Tell my
really
girls
care, you would have
Back
known
on the
already.
game. Back on the game.
That's what I'm telling you. It's like,
If you
Troi,
really care, you would have known
got-
already.
look, my girl tried to do that shit at first.
Well, all right,
And then
what do you
now
think?
she's just like, okay, man, you don't care, man. I'd be like, oh, yeah,
know
go
what I'm
ahead.
saying?
And then you be
I
ready to
care.
talk. I'm
I
like,
care,
go ahead and
but-
talk now. Because when I asked you, you said nothing.
You know that.
Go
You
ahead
know
and talk.
that. You know. Express is it? You know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Express yourself, bro. Ain't nobody trying to
Right.
figure you out. You ain't a puzzle,
bro.
bitch. I'm trying. Just say it. Just say it.
I can't read minds. Like, I'm not Professor X, bro.
But you know what it sounds like. You know what
What's
it
wrong? What's wrong with you?
Please, just let me know.
Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong, babe.
I will fall for you. Over and over again.
Tell me what's wrong with me, babe. I just want to figure you out.
Please.
Like,
Please.
like, bro, I'm not gonna kill myself to figure you out, bro.
No, that's how it be. That's how they want you to be.
List
List
your non-negotiables in the comments.
List your non-negotiables is the thing. Let's move on, bro. Let's move
Nigga,
on.
nobody got time for that.
Let's move
Tell
on,
me what's
bro.
wrong, nigga. Or I'm going to play the game.
Or and I won't even think twice about it, bro.
Yeah, no, for real though.
All right, next question.
I'm going to play the game. Unpause. What?
Damn it.
What's wrong? Nothing. Okay.
I swear.
Oh,
Music back on.
All right, cool. My fault, y'all.
Hey, where we landing? Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's all about it.